am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is Ricketts representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good evening. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This show is scheduled for 1 hour, so we're going to see if we can maximize the time. Again, welcome to the platform, and I am Manning's Man. It's always my pleasure to be with you as we celebrate life, and we give thanks for life is first and foremost. And every time we get the opportunity to be with you, the people, we want to do that. We want to stop and show our great appreciation for being alive and having our faculties intact, the ability to see and to hear, to walk and to talk, those things. We also give thanks to our families, for those of who have children, our children, for those of who are married, or our wives, and if you're unmarried, then girlfriend, baby mother, whatever you call them, your mother, father, brothers, all of those things. Very important. Always count the small blessings and give thanks for the small things. Because if you manage your small stuff well, you'll be made master of even bigger and greater things. All right, we're going to talk about some changes at the JFF that has taken place, and they probably flew under the radar, and some of you may be aware of them, but we are going to speak about them for those who may be unaware, and what this will do as well. What I'll do is, I think some of these things are going to be very good. Some of the things that the fans have been crying out for, I'm going to give you my perspective on it, and in terms of the changes and what this will kind of look for in terms of the pathway for our football going ahead. So we're going to talk about that, and hopefully at the back end, I'll give a few of you an opportunities to call in and to share your thoughts on this. But first, let me just pause again to say a big thank you to the sponsors of our videos. The sponsors of this video, they are Prestige Finance, lending a helping hand when you need it the most. You can call Prestige Finance at 876-884-7390. Prestige Finance is located in Linstead, St. Catherine, Jamaica, and they will offer you loans of up to $100,000 and even more. There is no processing fee, same day processing, and only 0 to 4% interest rate. just call them and let them know you heard about them from I Am Sure Sports. All right. And if you have any difficulties, you can always reach out to us and we'll make things work out for you. Also, a big thank you to Launch Legacy. Launch Legacy is where they handle risk and where they seek legacy. So, for all your personal insurance needs in Canada and the USA, visit Launch Legacy at launchlegacy.com or call or text them at 647 989 0782. At Launch Legacy is where, when you stop working for money, they will get your money to start working for you. All right. Big up to Trick Nick as well. You need to get some Trick Nick products for the festive season as you prepare all your jerk stuff and all your barbecued stuff. All right. So tomorrow there'll be two JPL games. One begin at around 1:15. The other is at 3:15, we believe. That's Thursday. There will also be Ben Francis and Walker Cup games tomorrow in schoolboy football. Just thought I'd share that bit of information with you. We have also received reports that Ivan Toney will have to respond to the charges that has been laid against him. These charges we don't want to get into because we don't have fulsome information on all the details of the cause or the case, but he has up until the 24th of November to respond to these things. It is good that this is happening when the league is on a break, so hopefully Ivan Toney can get all things resolved and be ready for the restart of the Premier League. Really believe he's a good talent, should have been a part of the English squad. They didn't name him as a part of it, and then all of these things are happening. And you don't know if it's conspiracy theories or it's just the reality of what has taken place. But we do wish Ivan Toney all the best, and I hope that at the end of this, he comes out on the right side, on the winning side. All right. He's not a Jamaican international, but we certainly also hope that he will give consideration to representing our reggae boys in the near future. All right. Now let's get into it. Now, one of the areas the JFF they have been making some significant changes administratively and also on the technical side in terms of the whole coaching changes and the courses that they offer for coaches. In fact, they just completed their C license course for females and their C license course for males. It begins tomorrow, and so they're making a lot of moves. It begins tomorrow, it runs into the weekend. They made changes as well at the senior level for men, where Coach Himer Halgrimson came on board, and he has brought on a coaching staff, replacing the interim coach Paul Hall, who was doing a good job with our Reggae Boys for the period of time that he was there, who had come in to replace Coach Theodore Whitmore. So they make those changes at that level. And what they have done is the assistant coach, John Wall, they have made him the assistant coach, the senior coach or the lead coach for the men's U20 team going forward. We also saw where Lon Donaldson contract was officially signed recently, and he will be our coach. We're a few months away as well from the Adidas deal kicking in. They just played 2 friendly games for the young ladies, signed a new deal with Stewart Motors where they receive a car and a brand new couch to bring the players around. Suspect that the car may be what the head coach will drive when he moves to Jamaica. All right, so there's a lot of things that are happening in the football, but key to some of that is the appointment of Dennis Chung, who is the head of finance now, general secretary for the JFF, started his job recently, and he has been out there putting in the work, and that is good to see. And this is by no means taking a stab at the previous Gen Sec, who is Mr. Dalton Wind, but I think the fact that we have heard the plans for the federation in terms of the era of general secretary from Mr. Dennis Chung, I think that is very commendable, and it argues well for the future going ahead. We also saw where For those persons who are in the media landscape and especially vloggers, they have become more aware of what is happening in terms of match situation, as a lot of that information now is being communicated by Mr. Earl Bailey, who is over PR public relations in particular as it relates. So he doesn't know all the details of the federation, but what he does is able to communicate all the details as it pertains to matches and press conferences. So we have also seen some changes in that particular department. The one area that most of us have been crying out for that we need changes in terms of getting merchandise and marketing the brand Reggae Boys, and looking, in fact, this is going to be critical as we make this move, because now we will have to aggressively understand what is happening with the trademark Reggae Boys and what percentage of the revenues from sales of Reggae Boys product comes into the coffers of the JFF. So now this new appointment, it's probably not a surprise. Mr. Chris Dehring is very experienced. Most of you would remembering from the days of DB&G, which is Dehring, Bunting, and Golden. That is Mark Golden before he got involved, well, in representational politics. Don't know if he was. Mark Golden, Chris Dehring, and Peter Bunting. So Bunting B, D Dehring, B Bunting, Golden, D, B, and G. That now somehow there's some connection between that and Proven, where Chris Williams is a part of that, right? So coming out of that, we have senior Mark Golden. He is over Arnett Garden. He's a chairman there. And then we see one other from the DBNG brand over the years coming into football at a deeper level. Most of us know Chris Dehring, though, as a cricket man, to be honest, right? He did play football. Heard that he was, he had some quality, but we hope to speak to him soon so he can share a little bit of that about his own quality as a sportsman. But you remember when the ICC Cricket World Cup was held in Jamaica, Chris Dehring was very, very instrumental in the successful operation of the one-day World Cup that was held in the Caribbean. He was a major part of that, especially as it relates to Jamaica, but he oversaw a lot of the work that went into the Caribbean preparing that. So he's very versed and very experienced. He also now has companies, one which is Ready TV, that is a former cable platform television program as well. Don't know how that has kicked off. So he's a businessman. He does a lot of marketing. He did that for West Indies cricket, and he has now come on board, and he is now the chairman. All right, he is now the chairman of the marketing and public relations department at the Jamaica Football Federation. All right. He's the head. He's the head of the marketing department, chairman of marketing. All right. Now, why this is important to me, because many of us have been wondering why it is so difficult to get gears to purchase in terms of the football team, male and female, though those have become more accessible recently. We have been asking, why is it, why we can't get it online? All of those things. I think this move is a good move to help to fine-tune that Director of Marketing and Public Relations and Events. That's the official title at the JFF that he occupies, or he's going to occupy. He has not had an original official meeting yet of the department, but obviously that will happen over time. But I think this is a big move, another, I would call it a master stroke by the present JFF administration to bring on persons of this ilk along with the Dennis Chung to advance the federation into a new era, a new place, and a new dimension. Now, Janice Rose Brown, also very articulate, intelligent, has her bachelor's in science from the University of the West Indies. So she's no slouch. She was operating in that capacity. We have some reports, but we cannot substantiate them, so we will not speak on them. But we do know that she's no longer with the federation, and that may have happened over the last 2 weeks. All right, because we can't substantiate what has been reported to us, we will not speak to it, except to say that it was not the parting was not the best parting. Or put it this way, it could have been better and it should have been better managed. So I am expecting a whole lot from Chris Dehring, a lot of expertise in this area. This also create some leverage for the federation again to tap into the business community in terms of seeking more sponsorship. Again, you think about a combination in the JFF now of Christopher Williams and Owen Hill with the JPL. You have Chris Dehring and Dennis Chung. These are some key names. You have, I forget the other person from Jamaican, Jamaica National, who has come on. Tess S is saying it wasn't an amicable split. Again, that's what I heard, but again, I am not able to fully substantiate those claims, so I cannot speak to them. But if you are well abreast of what the circumstances are that led to it, but indeed, maybe you're giving me a way to phrase it, and it wasn't amicable. It wasn't amicable from the reports that we have received. But we don't want to spend the emphasis on that. I think, like I said, this should know. We should see website up and merchandise available online, and games are being properly promoted, and image rights for the players as they are used to partner with organizations and companies to generate more income in the federation, so football can be better. We also know the Women's Premier League is about to start this month, so there's a whole lot of things. I don't know if we are less than a year into the next presidential election for the Jamaica Football Federation. Now, with all of these things happening, Wayne Shaw leaving CASAFA, as well, with all of these things happening, I think it is slowly turning the tide in the favor of the present leadership of the JFF. Because I'm yet to hear like real contenders coming up with less than a year for the next election. Because these kind of moves, when you have these kind of people, you have the Adidas deal coming. Imagine what is going to happen. If everything takes off, it becomes very difficult to make changes at the leadership level of the football, unless there is something catastrophic that would happen that would lead to that, right? Let me take a couple more of the comments. Fresh God says, big move for sure. Welcome to the show as well, Tuffy Rudy as usual. Tess S, yeah man, good to have you as well. Fresh God says, corporate Jamaica will be able to get more sponsorship. I think what he means is that the JFF should be able to get more sponsorship from corporate Jamaica when they have people in the business, but in the business community coming on board to be a part of it. I remember Andre Fortune and I, we had this discussion about the strategic management plan in terms of income generation in the federations across the Caribbean territories. And one of the things he suggested is that with that plan, it is good to get the business community on board in crafting the plan so that they get the buy-in from the beginning instead of crafting a plan and then invite them to join. When you have like the Dennis Chung and the Chris Dehring, you can expect more strategic planning and forecasting in the federation, right? I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are, but I'd love to get some feedback from you. Long time. I hear Pesa saying, "I am sure sports." Long time. Me want Chris Dehring involved in our football with the marketing. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that he could have been, should have been involved at this level. It's the same thing. A lot of people believe that Chris Williams now should be coming on board and thing, and maybe you need that. But one thing I'll say is, if there are qualified women, I'd love to see women in part of the highest level of leadership in the JFF. I think that is important as well, because there are movers and shakers in the corporate world right now who are female, and it would be prudent of the federation to have, I believe, some highly qualified females in their leadership structure who also have this heart and passion for football at the local and at the international level. I think that would be a next big move. What you don't want is a complete leadership framework that is constituted of just men only, right? Yeah, but management has been talking a whole lot. We have an hour, so like I said, love to get your views. Anonymous OG, blessings every time, man. DS Electronic Unlimited, been a minute, man. Don't see you on as usual, regularly. Listen, I want to also heal up. Haven't been seeing these people. Keep on healing up. Kyle Wallace, big up yourself. Neo, wherever you are, big up my brethren. Tennessee Lewis, big up yourself. Claudia, big up yourself. Shem, big up yourself. You understand me? Some of the females, them Nicole, and some of those persons that reached out to me. So, yeah, I see this one saying that Chris Williams should come on board too. It would be great. Yeah, man, big deal, Len. But I think because he's working with the JPL, I think, and the JPL making some moves, and I only see the JPL getting bigger and better as he continues to lead it, right? What is it that I dislike about most of our team leaders is that they know the right things to do, but don't actually do the right thing until their term is coming to an end. That's a very good point, Stephen Mitchell. So let me paraphrase what you're saying. You're saying that all of these changes should have been made in year one, and the administration has basically waited until the ending of their term to be doing the things that you believe should have been done from the beginning of their term. I believe that's what you said, Stephen Mitchell. I think that is so true. That is so true. What are the factors though that cause that? I don't know. That's a very, very interesting way to look at it. It's something that the next time I speak with the president in an interview on this platform, I hope you will be on, Stephen, so that we can ask that question. Why did it take so long for us to make some of these pivotal changes when the people were probably always out there and available? Management, my thought is, if Mr. Ricketts bringing all of these quality around, shouldn't we all get behind and support him, because a good leader surround his or her with right people in right places. That's what I'm saying. I am saying that now, when these things are done, when these things are done, what it does is now it makes it very difficult for the person who is going to challenge, because the person who is going to challenge will have to now present people of higher quality, and it makes even the electoral process more intellectually sound in terms of selection and appointments for posts and votes and all of that. So I think either way, football will benefit, because if they are removed after making these changes, then the people who are voted in must be bringing in people of similar or higher quality. But when you raise the quality of your team, it puts pressure on your opponents to raise their levels. So either way, it's good. You understand me? Management, with these people coming on board, is this voluntary or they would be paid? No, that is a question that we can ask. I know remember, all right, so I will tell you this, Barrington, that what I know is that as it concerns some of your administrative functions, FIFA actually, the thing with FIFA is that FIFA have all of these things as part of their mandates, that federation could actually appoint people and get drawdowns from FIFA to pay salaries, as long as they will present the books to FIFA and use it for those specific purposes. So what do I mean? The general secretary, they should be able to afford, and the marketing person, they should, because they are in the whole FIFA grants and stuff, areas of finances that they can tap into that will help them. So they can build out a strong team and pay them. Now, whether or not they're able to pay them what they would get if they were doing, because some of these guys, I don't think like they're leaving certain things. I think they may still, because like Chris Dehring has his own company. Maybe some of these guys are they get some money, they get some stipend, they get certain things, but bigger than that, they still have major sources of income. So part of it, I think, is volunteering, though there is some level of earning. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is what I presume it is. Nonetheless, we are going to get them on, and so we can ask these questions. You see, we have to change the tone. As the facts change, the tone must change, all right? Big up the cricket guru. Yeah, bud. All right. True, but we pressure them for changes. So when they're making the changes, I think we should just give them a chance still. Good point. Yeah, we have been saying that we need change. We need changes. So we're seeing the changes taking place, from coaching, from administrative to the technical. All of these things are happening. All right. Listen, but I have something else that I'm going to share with you. Some of you missed it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. It's like a parable. A parable could be a real thing, but it don't have to be a real thing. You understand me? A parable could be a real story to make a point, or it could be just a story that still make a point. I'm going to share something, but I'm going to speak it as a parable. You take from it what you will. Big up CC Mannings, man. Remember, to win the election, we have to do it at the end. All right, Zizi, I hear you, boss. I hear you. Come like a Paul and make them change things, because he was the first calling for changes. No, man, Paul was not the first, man. Everybody was calling for changing the JFF, man, from the vloggers to everybody yet. Bless up, Ludwig. We lose yesterday, but we don't feel no way. K Sports TV, bless up yourself as well. Mitchell, great point. When one's time in office comes to close to expiration, it's amazing how one gets smart. Even the JFF seem to be populated with politicians. All right. Well, listen, I just want changes, and changes are happening, so I am elated. That's it. For me, the changes are important. Would have loved them sooner, but better late than never. All right. That's what I will say. And if they're making changes, maybe they need to get a chance. How do we know these people are always available? We all saw what it took to change the GenSec. No, these persons aren't retired folks. They all have jobs and involved in blue chip companies locally. Good point. That's what I was saying. Maybe these persons were not available. You just don't know, or the quality that they were looking for was not available, but those things we can find out. I will sit back, wait and see what they do. Plenty of great doctors leave private practice to go in politics, get health portfolio and do nothing. Let's just wait. We will not go down the road of politics for this particular one. Man, although this might not be the show, but did you hear about it? Yeah, man, we spoke about that. Not sure if it will push him to represent Jamaica, but we did speak about that briefly, but we're not able to speak in detail on it because we're not aware of all the information surrounding the case. Brian, it is amazing how they all become available simultaneously. Yeah. Changes happening just before election a year. Laugh out loud. Somebody not having a lot of optimism about the changes. I am very optimistic about the changes. Very, very optimistic. Mannings, one of the gentlemen is proven man at this work. Mannings, one of the gentlemen is proven man at this work. There's also another proven man running the Premier League. Maybe we will be having a full takeover of all proven men. Yeah. I did mention that he is part of the proven. Yeah. DBNG is kind of proven rebranded. Yeah. Blessings, George Simit, yeah, man. Doing good, building back their brand. Exactly. And this is important. I think they are rebranding the coach, the GenSec, the Reggae Girls, and the appointment of Lauren Donaldson, and the Adidas deal, the starting of the Women Premier League this month, the getting the new bus for the federation. All of these things, it's a complete rebranding of the federation. You understand me? But it cannot end there. It must continue because there's still a great amount of work left out there to be done. I still think there are some other changes that are needed, and hope to see them continue down the path of changing things, get on some expert help. And I did mention as well that even in terms of the vloggers, all the vloggers are getting all the information that they need as it relates to games and all of those things. So that is also a big deal as well. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, remember Debian was bought by William Rini Improving. Yeah, where Pesa get that from, man? Pesa, where you get for your I don't know. Yeah, man, but I did an interview with Bibi already, man. So I did an interview with Bibi. Remember I said I was one of the first person to interview. So if you go back to my channel, it's kind of some of the same things still. But yeah. But I did an interview. We have a lot of interview, A lot of the people. We have them interview lined up, man. The 1998 team, most of the local players that have been a part of that campaign, like from the initial stages coming up, I've interviewed them, Ludwig. You need to go through the archive, man. Check out the videos and things. You understand me? Yeah. But a lot of the things he said on that interview, he did say when I interviewed him. So go back and check it. Because it was around the same time for both interview in terms of the length of time on it. Yeah. I have to be skeptical when someone give up their nobody's giving up their private rich life for public scrutiny. I hope for the best, but remember, World Cup 26 is in North America. Plenty of money to be made for people. Yeah, but none of these guys are giving up their companies. They are not giving up their companies, Rob Smith. You're a pessimist, man. Come on. They're not giving up their companies. They're not doing that. They're not. They still have other functions that remember you can be a gensec and still do other things. All right, this one says a lot of this is political gymnastics. Most times the aim is remaining in power and the nonchalance continues after victory. Surfer sounding so pessimistic. I really hope this is the turn of a new. But the coach was changed as well, and we have seen some benefits. The GenSec has changed. We have seen things happening already. The PR person was spoken to, changes of so whether it is election or not, what I'm saying that a lot of things are moving now that weren't moving. So I understand you know how pessimistic you are. I understand that, but the truth is, whether the changes are late or early, you can see things happening. The wheels are beginning to turn, and I have to just, and let me say this, Shaka Hislop, when I interviewed Shaka Hislop, people, you need to watch some of the interviews because some of you, like, because things are long, play them and listen to them because there's a lot of important things that have been said on the platform that many people miss. Shaka Hislop said in the interview with him recently, you can check that out. He said, listen, if you want to talk about 2026, you don't need to talk to me. We need to have a long-term plan. Everybody's talking about getting to World Cup 2020. It's going to be in this. If your vision is just to get there, that's not good. You have to have a bigger vision than that. You have to have a vision, like he said, for football, that you are producing talent and send it just like Canada. Canada and the USA, they have built systems that keeps them qualifying. Canada look like they can qualify for a next cycle. They will have 2 World Cups. You know what? After the other, America keeps on qualifying. Mexico keeps on qualifying. Costa Rica. We have to get to the place that yes, we want to qualify for 2026, but we have to begin to build out in a way from the leadership level that qualifying for youth tournaments and World Cups is a regular thing for Jamaica. So yes, 2026 is big, but bigger than that, it is the long-term changing of the old guard in our football from the foundation to the rooftop. The 2026 is a rooftop, and yeah, you have to patch where the zinc is leaking or where the walls are cracked, but you have to start from the foundation. You have to fix the foundation. Right? This one says, same reason why Adidas is getting on board. It's a smart move when the world will be in North America. Brand Jamaica, one of the biggest brand on display. I just hope they do good work. Listen, sometimes even if you believe it is exploitation, there is a great benefit. You understand me? It's a way of the world. We can't pigeonhole ourselves into 2026 because we have to begin to think way beyond that. 2030, 2034, the Youth World Cups, more female World Cup. We have to build out. We need to start looking and building the next Bonnie Shaw and the next Jodie Brown, who will take over. We need to start looking at the next under 17 in England. And we made a team today on our program of players who have Jamaican heritage that are at the World Cup. There are 26 players in between US, Canada, Costa Rica, England, Wales, Holland, and Spain. 7 nations. 26 Jamaican heritage. We need to find a way as best as possible to capture some of those. So that the next time is only 4 and not 26. We won't be able to get all of them, but that's what we need to do. This long-term plan, that our leagues are better, that schoolboy football can still happen, but we have academy football going on as part of the overall plan. We are fixing our surfaces. Our players are being, and I think bringing on people like this on board is the beginning of that process of change. But there's a lot that still needs to be done. But we cannot pigeonhole ourselves and thinking that 2026 is it. We have to think beyond that. Think that is myopic if that is how we are viewing it. All right. I don't think we can really patiently wait for 2026 fifth. I mean, qualifying under 17 coming up. All right. Not much time to plan for success here. Yeah. Well, the under 17. I know the under 17 have a couple of camps, which is good. I know they're doing a camp in the United States and they're going to be looking at players. And I know they're trying to get quality players from Canada, USA, and England, which I think is a good move. And I know once they have the final squad, they have been invited to a camp, I think, in South America, in Brazil, where they will be, I think, those things in preparation for the tournament. I think some of these things are very good that are happening. Because there are people out there, who can help the program. Kudos to the JFF. Credit is due where it is due for getting business professional. Yes, Carl, that's all we can say. Because we beat when it is necessary. But you give credit where credit is due. Big up, Leon. Leon and Pesa on the same page and Ivan Tony. If Ivan Tony says he wants to play for Jamaica, I have no problems. I will receive him with open arms. That's me. All right. Receive him with open arms, all right? True words, good things happening. Yeah, man. I just hope things continue on this trajectory. There you go, sir. JFF and Sir Ricketts, please don't disappoint. We are holding you account. There you go. That's what we have to hope, that they continue doing these things. Yeah, I'm telling you, Adidas, which is good, Kyle. I'm not Kyle, Rob. What I'm saying to you is that if people want to pump their money in because of 2026 and we are going to benefit, nothing is wrong with that. It's not like, what? We can't refuse it. Let everybody come on board if they want to give billions, because what we need to do is to put the right people in place to ensure that after 2026, we have the resources to maximize every cent from every dollar. There you go, Sham 6. Should be. Management, thing is going to change thanks to YouTubers. I think the YouTubers are part of and not just the YouTubers in terms of the person who do the vlogging, but the people who come on and talk on these forums, the persons who come on as panelists and the persons who are in the comment section. And when we have the vibrant and informative conversation, people listen and people think and say, that they make sense. Some of the times, maybe all of it is not sensible, but there are things that we have said on these platforms, not just mine, but I would say on all the platforms that have added value. The discussions have added value, and therefore we're seeing some things, and we have to give thanks. We have to give thanks for the changes. So given the changes now being instituted by the JFF, are we saying the current body, including the president, should be re-elected? What I'm saying to you is that whether they are re-elected or not, the fact that they have raised the quality of people in their leadership, whoever is going to come up against them will have to raise the quality of their lead team. So either way, football is going to benefit. Right? Because if you just have ordinary people, then ordinary people can beat you. But when you have exceptional quality and talent at the helm of your organization, what that does, is that anybody coming up against you have to consider Listen, look at that man's team. You could sell your team and win an election. So I am saying the challenge will be for the contenders of the federation now to put together a slate of people that quality are similar to or way above those that are on the present body. Imagine if these guys begin to add 4 or 5 more persons in key strategic area. I don't know yet. I don't know if he's been paid. That I don't know. Mannings, the Champions Cup draw going on right now. JC Mannings, Pesa gave us false information today. You see, Pesa come present information. Where Pesa get him information? A speculation and information. Big up Fresh God. JC versus Mannings. Oh, wow. That's a good one. Mr. Peart, Ferguson playing against, because Ferguson is a Mannings man, you know. And Mannings and JC played in preseason. They beat Mannings still. Yeah. All right. Keep on giving us the results of the draw, Fresh God. So I agree to you, Mannings. I hope it's a vision to build. Yeah, that's what I believe, Rob. We have to have a bigger vision than just World Cup, man. Like one World Cup cycle, multiple World Cup cycles, and qualifying at the youth level simultaneously. I think we also must have as part of our strategic plan winning the Gold Cup. I think it is full time now we put together a team that can win the Gold Cup. We need to break the stronghold of Mexico and the United States over CONCACAF football. And Canada has passed us, sadly. Let's see, Mr. Porter. Oh, yeah. No, man, Rob Smith, you and I are on the same page, Rob Smith, man. You and I, listen, I know what you're saying, Rob. I know when you're serious, Rob Smith. I know when you're serious and when you're giving trouble. You hear? Yeah, man. Stats versus Chester. What? Stats versus Chester. Which other team leave now? Clarendon. So Manning's gone. What? Stats versus Chester. So you have Casey and Mona leave. Clarendon leave. And Central leave. Casey and Central and Mona and Clarendon go and play, man. Tell us, Mona and Clarendon, there you go. Yeah. Mona and Clarendon, yep. So because they play first versus second, that's what they do. The 2 first place team play the 2 second place team, the 2 second place play against the 2 first place. All right. So there you go. So Stat will play Manchester High School, Casey will play Central, JC will play Mannings, and Mona will play Clarendon College. Those are the draw, the results of the draw for the Flow Champions, the Champions Cup, sorry, not the Flow, the Champions Cup this weekend. See Cranky saying, I don't mind giving credit. I don't mind giving credit when such credit is deserved, but some of these changes were not initiated by the JFF, example, the GenSec. They were forced upon them. All right, so Cranky, you need to come and share some of the information there. But this man, I think the president have more tricks up his sleeve. Meaning, I think he has more persons to bring on board. All right, I think we are going to see more changes in the JFF. A lot more changes from coaches. I think, like, even on the female side, you could see changes at the coaching level, at the under 20, under 17 levels, right? I remember when Canada was a team you could look you could look to for a realistic 3 points. All right. DS Electronics Unlimited said management is full time now. We win the Gold Cup. I think so, man. I think we have to. Some of those things must be our target. Yeah, winning the Gold Cup would be awesome for Jamaica and the Caribbean. You are right, management. We have to expand the vision there, right? The only good thing is that it seems we have upskilled the talent and sourced and onboarded competent personnel to work with the organization. This cranky typing like him talking, you can tell, you know. You understand me? Lenny versus Butler. You know how that one is going. Mr. Howard, good evening, sir. Good evening to you, Mr. Howard. Yes, I am sure sports. I see where the JFF did have a female level 3. Level C, PESO. They don't have any level 3. It's a level C. I spoke about that earlier too, that they are the level C. So people remember we did say that we are going to run this for an hour. We have around 10 minutes to go. So if you want to call in and express your views on this matter, it would be a good time to do so now. Some of you like to wait until Manning's man is going to say. And we are out of here. And as soon as I get there, you dial the phone, all right? Don't let it happen. You may miss out this time if you opt to do so. But so Chris Dehring, Johnny Staff, there, Janice Rose Brown is not here. Yeah. Anymore. And like I said, all right, just one thing I want you to know that in you know Balakar, it will be interesting to hear your thoughts on your Clarendon College versus Mona game. You and Unseen. I well want to hear Unseen's take on this, you know. The phone number is the number right there, 373-6449. You'll see it coming across. It says after the like and share thing, it normally runs on the banner at the bottom of the screen. There you go. That is the number you can call on WhatsApp and share your views and your thoughts on this particular thing. All right. And if you're afraid of calling, you can also text and we will read. Clarendon should win. Yeah. Clarendon, I am picking Clarendon to win. I told you who's going through already, you know. Clarendon, I had Manning's beating Casey, but no, Manning's not playing Casey, right? So Casey going through. Manning's versus JC. Manning's going through. You understand me? So Manning's, Casey, Clarendon, and Stats. That's your semi-finalist. Manning's beating JC. 2 blue. The real blue is going to win. No. It's not Elaine Walker Brown. Different person. Big up Miss Elaine Walker Brown. Friend. No, man, this is not Elaine Walker Brown. Janice Rose Brown. Different from Elaine Walker Brown. I tell you, I know Balakar, you know.
What go on now?
Yes, Balakar.
When me already second, me already pick semi-final already, you know.
Yeah, I picked the semi-finalist.
Or that are your semi-finalist.
Yeah. Don't I have a right to pick? Don't I have a right to pick?
No, yeah, everybody have a right to pick. Everybody have their own opinion. So let's say Manchester.
Yeah.
Go play.
Yeah. So I'm picking Stats to win. And KC playing Central. I'm picking KC to win.
All right. KC go through the Stats and Manchester game for some reason. When I see the striker you play for Manchester.
No man, Stats. Trust me. Stats going through Balakar. Trust me.
All right. So KC.
Yeah.
Manchester.
And Clarendon beating Mona.
Hold on, no, man. You pick a team. I'm going to pick my team, no, big man. So, KC, Manchester,
Yeah.
Mona. Who your team they play?
JC, we are going to beat, man.
Oh, and JC.
Yeah.
Who no drop out?
No, no.
Them go run over on them. Sorry.
All right, we are going to see.
Who
We
no
are
get
going
round
to
5?
see. Let me tell you this. Manchester not beating Stats. Let me tell you this as well. Don't be surprised if Stats win
Which
money.
part of the game them a play?
2 playing at Stats and 2 playing at Sabina Park.
Oh, Jesus, peace, man. But I like the States feeling, man.
Mm.
Man, them couldn't make one player a catching and one player and the 2 other 2 player Jared Park. Yo, for some reason, it feel our States not good, man. The grass might look pretty, but on the field, a beer bounty that come like out of Mount Pleasant.
Okay.
Yeah, man, me not too. So I was probably Mona go play.
I don't know where those games playing. I don't know where the games playing. But I know 2 playing early at St. Elizabeth Technical High School, and then the other 2 will play at Sabina Park in the evening, 4:15 and I think 6:15.
Oh no, man, the town school them go stay up there. Oh, then go on.
No, man, they must split, man.
JC match up here now.
No, 2 teams. So Clarendon is going to stay because they want. So Clarendon is Mona going to have to travel. So Mona. So let me tell you how it's going to work. Mona will have to travel. Let me see if I can get the team.
Oh, me get there. You say like the first place team them have preference to home game.
Yeah. So I think what is going to happen is like Mona is going to
go to States.
Yeah, to play Clarendon, and the Manchester Stats going to have to travel to play Manchester. Manning's going to have to go to town to play JC, and same thing for Central versus KC. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Me no feel say Mona. Me no like the feeling. Me no like the States feeling. But Mona got the hearing still.
Yeah, Mona can beat Clarendon, man. The only team I think can beat Clarendon, to be honest, right now, on a good day, is JC.
So KC can beat them?
No, sir. I don't think so. KC, Whisper alone now go manage it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I love to see that. They know, say my boy, Whisper go work for us and defender.
And if Whisper score 5, Clarendon can score 6.
Clarendon have no finish up on them team, and you know that.
What? Hey, Balakar, but anyway.
The number 13 youth, hold on, the number 13 youth. He said that boy they go score 30 goals this year.
All right, Balakar.
Your father a baller, not you, all right, uncle?
Yeah, him father a baller, man. Yeah,
you disappoint me, man.
Balakar, but here's the thing now, really JFF we are talking about. But go ahead still. But
you disappoint me, man.
Yeah?
You see, first season, I see youth. I say when the youth having 2 last year, I be a 25 goals. But it look like, you know, when you're there,
Balakar,
like, system get hype.
Balakar, you know, say that is the same team that scored the most goal in tier 2. I don't know you get Clarendon College. Clarendon College scored the most. In tier 2, the Clarendon College forwards, them score some of their team is one of the top scorers in tier 2 and one of the top scorers in the Costa Cup. So I don't know you get to them no score.
Me go ask you. They look at you play for Chapitan Maroon?
Yeah, that is the Chapitan, basically the Chapitan Maroon side.
Hold on, no man. So he play in the final too? And the
of course.
And him score?
I don't know if him scoring at the final, but they all play for Chapitan Maroons. You didn't know that?
The youth will look good for Chapitan Maroon are the captain for CC. That youth can play good in the midfield. No watch couple of Chapitan Maroon game them, because they always see a couple of them and show up on YouTube. Watch a football game, man, man. We don't want to hype up no ball and we not do it. The youth got more goal than that.
So Unseen did just
like your striker from Man in eye.
No, I'll tell us something. So Unseen was on the next platform, right? Saying that Clarendon College is going to beat Mona. Then he come on my platform and say Mona go beat Clarendon College. And I can't listen Unseen, you know, people.
No, but me they tell you know me not say nobody they beat Mona, you know.
No, but you listen what I just said. So the man just come off our next stream, you know. I tell the people them say Clarendon go beat Mona, you know. Then he comes onto this. Then he comes onto this stream.
But man, it's mad.
Then he come on this stream. Eh?
I feel anti business that, you know. But guess what me say? Me now back Mona for a long time, you know. I just since last year I start back Mona to Craig Butler, the coach, you know. So if Craig Butler stop coach Mona, you know, say me now back Mona again.
Yeah.
The reason why I want Craig Butler win, me just say I want him win a trophy in Jamaica because I'm sure said how the youth them can play.
But Balakar, here's the thing, Balakar. We're gonna have the JP because this video was really about the. So as soon as this is finished, in like 3 minutes, we're going to start and discuss the football for 1 hour. But I have to close this video because it was really dedicated to the JFF situation, and I don't want it to go beyond the time. All right. So
yeah, now I'm gonna be on the time. I said 10 minutes and a 7 minutes.
No, man, no, then it 10. Where you talking? Balakar, just call. So, all right, it's when I start the next stream. As soon as I start, I'm going to call you.
Yeah, man,
because Unseen is going to. Unseen is going to.
No, we're going to call Premier League.
No, man, we're going to talk about the Premier League and schoolboy football. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I need to end this one, and Unseen will be on it. All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. So. Yeah, man. All right. Cool, Balakar. All right, people. So we don't want to extend this because it was really a discussion about the appointment at the Jamaica Football Federation. All right. So we have 1 hour that we are going to dedicate. That is the hour between 7:10 and 8:10. All right. So at 7:10, you will see us start a new stream on these platforms with the schoolboy football and the JPL games for tomorrow. So we're going to end this one now. I am Manning's man. Listen, thank you so much. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. I am Manning's man. This has been I Am Sure Sports, and again, a big move by the JFF. Mr. Chris Dehring joining their team as chairman of the marketing, public relations, and events area. I'm Manning's man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. Again, really appreciate every single one of you. Hit the notification bell. We'll be back on in less than 5 minutes, and we're going to talk about Craig Butler being out, and so what that means for the Mona team. All right. So join us for that in the next 5 minutes. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Get yourself some water and some juice, and then return.